Hey everybody, Rick here. Word for Wednesday. I know you're all getting busy for Christmas. Christmas is just a busy time of year. We're getting ready for our two services here at the Vineyard, 4 and 5:15 on Christmas Eve. Love to have you. Love to see you here. If you wouldn't mind registering, letting us know you're coming for one of the two services so we're not overbooked on one or the other, that would be fantastic. Hey, just a quick word. We're going through the Advent season. I kind of want to talk a little bit about joy. This is the week of joy. And I wonder if you've ever thought about it like I have. The amount of joy you get out of something seems to be relative to the amount of risk you take. It used to be that when you wanted to date a girl, I know this sounds weird, but you actually had to talk to her. You couldn't shoot her a text and you have to look her in the eye. And there was this moment of tension where it was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? You get all worked up and all stressed and all, you know the answer the minute you see the look on her face. It's also true of spiritual things. The bigger the risk you take seems to be the greater the reward of joy that you've experienced. Like when you risk a little, you talk to someone about church, or you start to kind of talk about Jesus in your immediate circle of friends. But there's a little more risk when you invite someone to church and they receive Jesus, or when you lead them to Jesus. And those rewards are richer because, then you get to see not just someone come to church or someone respond about the spiritual ideas, but actually see people grow and develop. And to me, that is just a powerful, powerful thing. And the joy of that is amazing, to see people grow and become things that you never thought possible, that you never knew were there, that God had put in them all along. There is also a joy that when we risk in the midst of a struggle and trial, it seems like so much more, the reward is so much greater and so much bigger than what we'll ever get. I am a huge fan of when things get hard, just risk harder, just go even more. And one of the things that verses that I find really interesting is in James 1:2-5, and it says this: brothers and sisters, you will face all kinds of trouble, and when you do, think of it as pure joy. Your faith will be tested, and when this happens, it will produce in you the strength to continue. And you must allow this strength to finish its work. Then you will be all you should be, and you will have everything you need. See, for me, there's a powerful statement in that. First off, it talks about the reality of trouble. It's like James, the brother of Jesus, knew that we would face trouble, and he's not trying to shortcut, circumvent, or make anything lighter than it really is. He says, you're going to have trouble. You're going to face all sorts of trouble. And when you do, think of it as joy, because look at the opportunity that's come before you. It happens to be that you can create, you can partner with God as he creates in you steadfastness, that inner strength to hang on, the inner strength to see things through, the inner strength that is secure, deep, and profound, the peace that comes from that. And when your faith is tested in these trials and these things, we end up realizing that the reality of God truly is the reality that we believe in. And it's a reality worth believing in. It's a reality bigger than the world we live in. And to me, those things matter, because in today's day and age, when all we've got is questions, I've heard it in the neighborhoods and the highways and byways as I've talked to people. Hey, so has the coronavirus really done it for you? Hey, has God really showed up in this? Hey, is there really a powerful God that you really believe in? All the questions are coming. All the things are coming up. And to be truthful, until we start walking into the radical yes of God, the radical peace of God, the radical joy that comes, the radical obedience to God, we'll see that joy come as it comes to life. So what I mean by that is this: when people say, have you seen God through this corona crisis? Yeah, I have. I've seen God move as people have had their needs met, as people have been healed, as we've been praying for them, as things have happened to people in people's lives. And I got to be honest with you, I am seeing more of the hand of God in reaching people now than ever before. And it's remarkable if you think about it. The thing that God really is trying to press on me is that there is more now to be done in pressing into the community and serving and giving and bringing and living out our faith in the midst of these trials. And there is where I found joy. I have found joy in hearing how God has showed up in other people. I have found joy in seeing people smile after they've received something that's valuable or good. I've seen people find joy in even the reestablishment connection with people in relationship that they have lost for years because of this crisis. I tell you what, this pandemic it's the revival we didn't ask for. There are people right now asking deep questions of spiritual consequence. Are you pressing into that? Are you checking into the souls and hearts of your neighbors, asking them, how's your soul? How has this time led you to think of things eternal? Man, it has for me, and that has been a joy. It has been a joy to see how responsive people are. And in that opportunity, friend, the Lord is with you. So I hope that you'll have a chance to be able to engage people more in these conversations of true depth, that you'll risk to be able to experience the joys that God has for you. And just think of this. Think of how if you just step out a little, how much more God will step with you. A little step with God is a lot bigger than any step we can take on our own. So I'm encouraging you. I'm just sharing with you, life should be an adventure. And in this life, the adventure that we face every day is, what is God doing all around us? If God's alive and living and loves and is caring for all these people, he's moving to do so. He's responding in that way. How are you engaging with it? And in there, you will find joy. Because, brothers and sisters, as that passage says, we're going to face all sorts of trouble. And when we do, we think of it as joy, because our faith is being tested and is growing, and the resolve in our hearts is moving forward. When we continue to see how God is continually pressing into things and moving into things and showing up day in and day out. That's a beautiful thing, my friends. And I pray that you too will see that. Bless you all. Have a great day and a great week going into the holiday season. So there's going to be a service on the 24th at 4 o'clock and 5:15. 2 services to accommodate. Go to our website, click in and register, and let us know you're coming. I hope I see you soon. Have a Merry Christmas if I don't. Take care.